This doesn't happen too often, but when it does, there's usually a decent reason behind it. Yugioh! Hey there everyone, and welcome back to another video. So today we'll be kicking off a two-part video, but before we actually get into today's topic, let's go over the comment section from the last can this card be unbanned video, at least for the time being. I'm not sure when the next one's going to happen. But anyways, Tenebrae 17 talked about just one of the three cards, that being Ultimate Offering. Ultimate Offering is pretty bad nowadays. It doesn't do anything going first. Almost nothing actually benefits during the normal summon during the opponent's turn, and the decks that do benefit from that already have other better means to do so. Yeah, I also noticed that I saw the post about Ultimate Offering being done as the Lost Promotion, Lost Art thing. I think it was a couple days after I actually posted the video. I had it set to go live last Wednesday, and I laughed. I laughed. I think that's been like twice or two or three times that it's happened that I've talked about a card and it got announced by Konami in one way or another. So yeah, the deck that comes to mind that actually can benefit from it, I believe, right off the bat, is Marincess. And I believe some of their cards do benefit from normal summons. So normal summoning a Marincess does chain some other cards. Also, the term I was thinking of was lethal damage for setting the card. So that's all I got to say about that. But if it were to be brought back, it's possible that they're not going to do any changes to it. I looked at it and figured, oh, you can do it in almost finite amount of times, but a fair amount of times, and it needed to be capped at a certain amount. That's all. But if it does come back, yeah, that'd be funny. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's get into today's actual topic. Hooray! And that is the amount of times Yugioh players in the anime have surrendered. So in the anime, it's different when compared to real life. So the characters in the anime would typically put the last card that they would draw or have drawn back on the deck and proclaim that he or she has surrendered. In real life, it's basically the player scoops up the cards and goes, let's go into round 2 or round 3. So yeah. But the anime has had this occur a grand total of 12 times. And if you want to be technical, 13. But today we will be covering the first 6 times this has occurred, and next time we will be covering the other 6. Well, 7, whatever. But with that stated, surrender number 1. This happened in Duelist Kingdom during episode 25, titled Shining Friendship. It was during the duel between Taya Gardner and My Valentine. This duel happened right after Yugi's loss to Kaiba due to him blackmailing him by standing at the edge of the castle and forcing him to effectively give up the match by stopping Celtic Guardian's attack on the decrepit Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. But during Teia's duel with Mai, she was actually backed up into a corner until she was able to destroy a single harpy with the help of D-Spell. Mai decided to forfeit the match, even though she had just drawn Harpy's Feather Duster, which would have won Mai the match. But she saw how resolved Teia was in getting Yugi out of his funk from his last duel. Duel number 2, or surrender number 2. This happened during episode 30, which was titled Dual Identity, the second half of the duel itself. And it was the matchup between Yami Yugi and Mai Valentine. Again. So this duel was effectively, once again, one-sided, with Mai Valentine being on the upper hand, backing Yugi in the corner once again, like with Teia. But this time, Yugi was fighting Atem because he didn't want the same thing to happen with Mai or anybody else that had occurred with Kaiba. And towards the end, they actually had a conversation, and Yami stated that he would never go against Yugi's wishes. And from there, he was able to stage a comeback with the help of Black Luster Soldier. Now, this duel was actually foreshadowed well early into the anime. I think it was episode 3, I believe. Maybe episode 4, with Solomon Moto putting up a poster of Black Luster Soldier and Harpy's pet dragon. So yeah. Surrender number 3. This happened during episode 42, The Ties of Friendship. And it was between Solomon Muto and Arthur Hawkins. This was a match that was set in the past and was done through flashbacks. And the duel was a wager for the last bit of water that they had after they had been trapped inside of a pyramid or archaeological dig. Solomon Muto decided to forfeit the match in order for Arthur Hawkins to not get hydrated. So, dehydrated. Yeah. So, yeah. Surrender number 4. This happened in the same episode as the last surrender, and the duel was between Yugi Muto and Rebecca Hawkins. The duel took place in present day, and the events that transpired were 1-for-1. So, yeah, the only difference was that you saw the monsters in holographic 3D projection, but it was the same end result for the duel. Yugi decided to forfeit the match and hand over the prize card, The Ties of Friendship. Thus, the name of the episode was called that, and was a lesson that there were more important things than winning. Of course, that being friendship. Surrender number 5. This happened during episode 53, titled Steppin' Out. This had the duel between Yami Yugi and Johnny Steps. This episode took place after Taya beat Johnny in Dance Dance Revolution, and he didn't take it too nicely. Yami decided to step up and challenge him to a duel, in which he didn't realize it was Yugi until he played the Dark Magician. Yay! And for the final one today, Surrender number 6. This one happened during episode 73, titled Double Duel. This was the final part of a 4-part duel, and this was between Yami Yugi and Saito Kaiba versus Loomis and Umbra. This happened right after Merrick had Taya and Mokuba get kidnapped, and the duel took place on top of a multi-storied mall. Go figure. The duel itself was kind of one-sided since Loomis and Umbra had masked cards and were able to basically take over most of their cards. Not take them, but yeah, they had Mask of Restrict, they had Mask of the Accursed, Mask of I forgot what the other one was. But they had the magic and trap cards for the mask cards, along with Masked Beast Desguardius. So yes. The surrender happened after Kaiba took out Umbra's life points and left Loomis there by himself, saying on his next turn, Loomis was going to be gone. Well, lose, whatever. So, however, he tried to leave, and Merrick took control of him and sent him to the Shadow Realm in the English dub. But whatever. Thus giving them the win. And the reason why Kaiba had Masked Beast Desguardius in the later episodes. So, that explains that. And that also concludes today's video. Next week we will look over surrenders number 7 to 13. But until then, everybody, happy dueling.